I always get the fun jobs. Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Steve.
I'm Mark.
And this is Smokey Steve and Mark.
Oh, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
TGIF.
We made it.
We did. I have to admit, you had a much longer day than I did. I took off.
Yeah, he did.
Self-care.
I worked.
Hello. Well, I mean,
Just got home, actually.
for a number of reasons, I wanted a self-care day.
Mhm.
And it was just that. I napped with Bandit off and on during the day today. Had my coffee with no impending sense of I need to get this down, so I have to be alert for something.
Mhm.
I didn't have to
Yeah.
I didn't have to be alert for anything. I just watched reruns of old YouTube videos I've seen 1,000 times.
Mhm.
And I get to do that because you're not here to say turn it off.
There you go.
So it was all about that today. That's self-care.
I worked.
You worked.
And I worked yesterday.
So you've earned your Friday.
Yeah, we were really busy this week.
You were really busy yesterday, too.
Yeah, I was late, too. I didn't get home till 8 or something.
Yeah. Luckily, I filmed.
Yeah, and it was your day to film.
And thank you, everyone who watched the story time. You'll be happy to know my hair didn't go too bad. It was, I don't know if I'd call it a fail. It's a little yellow.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
little
it's a
yellow.
little yellow. It's not terrible, no.
No.
But it had just like maybe 5 minutes longer, maybe.
No, I think the bleach had stopped working because it was starting to dry out.
Oh,
What I should have done is rinsed it out and put it on again. But
we got to get your sideburns.
I just tried to cut them off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hold out until they grow in, I think.
Okay.
But thank
That
you to
works.
anyone who watched. I had never filmed in the bathroom like that before. And that was
I thought it was cute. I watched it actually last night. I thought it was cute. Yeah, it was nice.
And my little narrative about balding.
You know,
So-
people don't talk about it. They don't.
Well, it's embarrassing for a lot of folks, I
Yes,
think.
I mean, I'm not a bald man. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think if I mean, I'm glad I didn't bald. I'm glad I didn't go bald.
I know.
But I never really looked at bald men as. Do you hear dings?
I hear dings.
Yeah.
You're on call,
Well,
aren't
guess
you?
who's on call today and all through the weekend?
I'm off this weekend, too. Well, not entirely the weekend. Tomorrow I'm going for my next COVID shot. My
Yes,
second
that's
one.
tomorrow.
So we'll see if I have any side effects. The first
Yeah.
one, I was a tiny bit tired
Mhm.
and had a very sore arm.
Yeah.
Disproportionately sore for an injection. And that was it.
True. Now I
So,
heard
It's Moderna. I'm getting the second Moderna.
the only thing negative that I heard was side effects come with the second shots. Like anyone who did get side effects, it came with the second shot.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that I had heard. In fact, our doctor where I work, he got his second shot Monday night, and then Tuesday he couldn't come into work. He had flu-like symptoms that actually kept him home,
Yeah.
but he came to work today. So, you know, it was very short-lived,
Mm-hmm.
but and it doesn't happen to everybody. There are some people that get nothing
You
from
see,
it.
even if it does, I'm doing it on a Saturday, rolling into
That's
a Sunday.
true, too,
I have a
yeah.
day to recoup.
Mhm.
You know, and Sunday I just have to be alive by 6,
Yeah.
so we can,
Yes.
you know.
You know.
You know.
Well, you know.
So
We know. You know. We all know.
we all know what happens.
Yeah.
You know.
So, guys, we're gonna be in the kitchen today. We have
We
a recipe for you.
And we are using
The Instant
Instant
Pot.
Pot.
Yes. Well, you know what? People had been asking for more Instant Pot recipes, and I thought, okay, let's do it because I really love, I love using it. I love that. Out of all of the little kitchen-y
I'll be honest.
appliances.
I love it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Really,
honest.
really, I do.
I was yeah.
So we thought we would make some yummy French onion soup.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, which was also a viewer request. Someone asked if we would do French onion soup, so I thought this would be a perfect one to do in the Instant Pot.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
sounds good. But first, we had a very large surprise today.
Yes, we had a package.
I wasn't expecting it. It came. It was the first one that came. I think I mentioned that we're having problems with the deliveries here
We
in
have
the
11
US.
floating in space.
Floating in space.
somewhere.
And this was the first one. I had signed up for a whatever you call it, a plus account at UPS, and so it intervenes anybody who sends something through UPS to the post office box. It intervenes it, catches it, and it sends it to the UPS store right by our house. And it worked. And this was the first one, and it came today. I was so surprised.
a little big.
Just a little.
A little big.
I am shocked. So we thought we would open it today. And you got it? Okay. And see what's inside. And then we'll head over into the kitchen. Okay. I'm so stoked. I'm like, this is so big. Like, and it's covered up, but it does say it's from Ohio.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
There's.
it's jam-packed with
I'll
stuff.
remove the packing first. Bandit loves this stuff.
Okay. Got it? Okay. I just want to get the underneath so we can see. Well, here, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Here's something wrapped in tissue paper.
Alrighty. We got tissue paper! I
Here's
love reusing
something
tissue
else
paper.
wrapped in tissue paper.
More tissue paper!
And here's a bag.
A bag.
And another bag. And there's something in these bags.
That's so cool.
I'm not a hoarder, I just need a bigger craft room. I think that's yours.
Look at this bag.
Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful.
This is awesome!
So cute.
And there's something in. Look at how pretty.
There's a box in the bag.
Oh my goodness. To Mark.
Do you see?
From nobody.
From...
I'm gonna see who it's from. Look how pretty. Isn't that pretty?
I'm opening mine.
Are you? Okay, I'm gonna open mine too.
Yeah. They always say too pretty to open. I mean, it never really is when it comes down to it, but it delays opening it.
No, I won't. All right, there. All right. What do we got?
Ooh. I have a sweatshirt.
That is so.
A good day starts with coffee and a cat. It does now. Just in time for me to get a cat,
Oh
too.
my gosh, look at this, y'all. I got one too. And it says
Crafting is my
crafting
superpower.
is my superpower.
That is so cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh my I can't. I just can't. I just can't.
The bag is so cool, too.
Look at this one. How pretty this one is.
Ooh.
And then there's this one.
I'll open this one.
All right, now I'll open
Let me
the
put
pretty
this
one.
aside. Oh, it's so nice. It's so soft.
I can save the ribbon.
I'm guessing these are for the boys.
Oh.
Wellness kitties. Cat treats. In 2 flavors, salmon and cranberry,
So
and
nice.
chicken and cranberry. Which they will like, I'm sure.
That is just. Well, here, I'll let you open that because I'm gonna. We got to give a shout out here. I got to find out who this is from.
Is it on the box?
It's under, like, they put their shipping thing over it.
the top of it.
There we go.
And this is sealed too.
There we go.
Where's the thing?
The thing?
Yeah, the thing you cut with.
The thing? I don't know.
Where's the thing? We're supposed to be close enough now in relationship status that I can say thing and you know
And
what
I know what
mean.
it is. I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was. But...
Alright. I'm trying to open this
Well, you got the thing.
carefully because
Look what you're doing. You're cutting the thing.
well, it's not opening.
I said thing too.
I'm trying to do it carefully. There we go. Okay.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Look.
It's an ornament.
Ooh.
It's a stained glass ornament.
Look how pretty.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
It's going up anyway. Don't put this with the Christmas stuff.
I know the story behind this now.
Yeah.
It is it's from Valerie S and her family from Singing Pines Farms in Ohio. Valerie, thank you. This was so nice.
This is so cool.
Oh, look, it hangs on the window.
It's got a hanging thing on it. So, it didn't break.
Good.
It just fell.
Okay.
This is so cool.
I don't know
Thank
what
you
to
so much.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. I remember getting your email. She had sent this before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And it got damaged.
It got damaged.
And it came back to her actually damaged, and she had to repackage it all and resend it.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
So thoughtful and so like personable too. Like
I know. I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh wow.
And a new sweatshirt. And the kitties have treats. Oh, it's a happy Friday.
Oh yes it is, and I cannot
and
wait
a very
to wear
happy
that.
Friday to you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
So
Very cool.
And so we have some soup.
Yeah.
We have soup.
You want to go make soup?
Let's go make soup.
We're gonna go make soup, alright?
Alright, let's go.
Alright, come on, let's go. Hey guys! Oh my gosh, we are back in the kitchen, and today we're talking French onion soup. Oh yeah, and we're doing it Instant Pot style. Yes, you asked for more Instant Pot recipes, and we're going to deliver, starting with some yummy, yummy French onion soup. Perfect for the chilly winter nights, right? I just love going to a restaurant and ordering a big old crock of French onion soup. How about you? Well, we're going to make it at home in the Instant Pot today. Now, French onion soup can be traced back to 18th century France, although onion soups in general can be traced back much, much longer than that, right? It's a broth-based soup topped with yummy croutons and melted cheese. And although it is ancient in origin, it gained huge popularity here in the US in the 1960s when people became more interested in French cuisine and French cooking. So, do you have your paper and pencil ready? We're going to go over the ingredient list right now, starting with cheese. Oh, yes. So we have some Gruyere cheese here. Now, this recipe is a recipe that I don't cut any corners on. I don't use any hacks or substitutions, anything like that, because I do believe that it directly affects the taste. French onion soup should be savory and sweet, and if we use some hacks or substitutions, it's not going to taste quite as right. And the cheese is probably the star of the show when it comes to French onion soup. So get yourself some Gruyere cheese. Now, Gruyere cheese is a Swiss cheese, and I would highly recommend not using the store brand sandwich Swiss cheese, or anything like that. Definitely use good old Gruyere cheese. Now, you're going to want to use 8 ounces of this, and I just shredded it all up just like that, okay? And then in addition to that, I do have some shredded Parmesan here for a garnish, okay? In addition to that, you'll need 6 tablespoons of butter, about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. We have a tablespoon of minced garlic. And in here we have 2 quarts of beef stock. Yes. Now in this container here, I have 2 bay leaves and 2 sprigs of fresh thyme, plus a little extra in there for a garnish. We also need some salt and pepper. And of course we need onions. Oh, yeah. Now, you need about 3 pounds of onions, and then we're going to slice those into about 1/4-inch slices, okay? But wait. Onions? There's so many kinds of onions. I don't know, do you get confused on what type of onions to buy? It can be very confusing in the supermarket aisle when trying to pick out onions. So, I'm going to give you the rundown, all right? Onions, right? Oh my gosh, the star of the show of many, many a dish, right? But it can get confusing. There's so many brands and varieties out there, so I thought I would give you a quick rundown, all right? So let's start with the red onion. Oh, my personal favorite. Sweet and mild. Excellent raw. It is just perfect for salads and making salsas. Oh yeah. And then there is the white onion. Has white papery skin, great for sandwiches and salads, and most often used as your pizza topping. Yes, it is. It's the one. Then we have the yellow onion. Oh yeah. Now this is your all-purpose go-to onion for any cooking dish that requires onions in it, right? It has yellow skin, and it has a very strong flavor due to its high sulfur content. Now, that mellows out during the cooking process, and it makes it perfect for caramelization and for roasting, and it's the onion that we're using in today's recipe. Perfect. Oh my. Then we have our sweet onions, okay? Very, very similar to a yellow onion, although they are usually a lot larger. Also great for caramelization and roasting, and can be used pretty much interchangeably with a yellow onion. So, moving right along, we have our shallots. Oh yes. Love me some shallots, let me tell you. Think of a shallot as a cross between an onion and garlic and chive, all in one bulb, okay? Mince that up, put it in a vinaigrette, to die for. Oh, yes. Now we are talking about scallions. Oh, yes. As a child, I used to eat scallions dipped in salt raw. I have no idea why, but I did, and I loved it. Now, you can use both the yellow parts and the green parts. They're great for garnishes. Just love me some green onions. Oh, yes. So, we also have pearl onions. Now, pearl onions are small and sweet, most often pickled and most commonly used in cocktails. All right, last we have the leek. Oh, yes, the leek. Another one of my favorites, and so underused and underappreciated in my opinion. The poor leek. Anyway, leeks are fantastic in soups, or how about trying this? Slice up a leek, saute it in a little bit of butter for a great side dish, or better yet, put that on top of a freshly grilled steak. Oh, it is so delicious. And there you have it. I gotta get back to cooking some soup, okay? All right. Onions, you know. All right. All right. So let's get started, okay? So over here on the Instant Pot, I have it on saute and high, all right? Inside, I have about a tablespoon of olive oil and my butter, and it is just about melted. Yeah, we're ready to go. So to this, we're going to add all of our onions, okay? Just dump it right in there, okay? Now this process, we are going to be sauteing these onions down to get them nice and caramelized. Oh yeah. So when you add your onions in there, also add yourself a big hefty pinch of pepper and a big hefty pinch of salt. And then we're going to just give that a little stir there. Okay. So we're going to let those cook down a little bit until they get nice and soft and caramely, just a little bit, not fully caramelized, just let them get soft a little bit, about 5 minutes. Now, after 5 minutes, we're going to add our garlic and another pinch of salt and another pinch of pepper, all right? So, I'll see you then. Perfect. Okay, so we're cooked down a little bit there, and we're moving on to our next step. All right, so at this point, you're going to want to cancel everything out, and we're going to add a half a cup of our beef broth right to the onions, like so, okay? And if you'd like to add wine to your French onion soup for a little extra burst of flavor, this is where you would add it, except you would do a 1/4 cup of your wine and a 1/4 cup of your stock. I'm using all stock in mine, okay? And any type of dry red wine will be perfect, or some sherry will be perfect too, all right? So we add that to our mix here, and we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to pressure cook it for 10 minutes with the valve sealed, all right? After which, you can either manually release the steam, or you can just let it naturally release, depending on your time circumstances, okay? Okay, all right, so now, open this baby up. Okay, so that part is over and done with. And now what we're going to do is switch our function back to saute high. All right, and we're going to let that cook down until the liquid is reduced and the onions become nice and golden, okay? Okay. Ooh, and that's just what we're looking for. Oh, yeah. Ooh, perfect. So, most of the liquid has been reduced, and we have a nice golden color to our onions. At this point, we're going to add another hefty pinch of salt, another hefty pinch of pepper. We're going to add our thyme sprigs, just whole like that, and our bay leaves right in there. And then we're going to add the rest of our stock. Nice! Okay, give that a little stir. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to let that come to a boil. Then we're going to reduce the heat to low and allow it to simmer for 10 minutes. So, while that's cooking, why don't we talk croutons? Oh yeah, I told you before, this is one of those recipes where I don't skimp on anything, including the croutons. So seriously, take that extra 5, maybe 10 minutes and make your own homemade croutons. It makes the world of difference, okay? So I'm going to hand it over to Steve, and he's going to show you how to make some yummy homemade croutons, okay? Okay.
Well, hi everybody. So, who doesn't like croutons? It's almost a rule. However many you make, there's probably not enough. So we're going to make some fresh croutons to go with our French onion soup. It makes all the difference to make them fresh, I think. Maybe I'm a snob. Or maybe I just have good taste. We'll leave that to history to decide. So, obviously for croutons you need bread. Now this is a great excuse to go to the discount bread section and get highfalutin bread at a discount price. This artisan loaf of something nature's free from everything was like $1.50. Okay, so we used most of that and then a couple slices out of plain old wheat bread. So it comes to about half a loaf, I would say, give or take. And we cubed it up, just as is, nothing special. Cubes are about this size. And we are going to dress it up a bit and then put it in the oven to toast. So for the dressing up, we have 4 tablespoons of melted butter, just melted in the microwave, nothing fancy. And to that, we are going to add some flavorings. So there are 2 teaspoons of chopped garlic, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme, and 1 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. Now, I'm actually going to probably push this to the side a little bit and just make sure we get everything out. Pardon my backside with the bowl. So we got everybody in there. We'll give them a stir. This smells good already. Croutons. I wonder how many are actually going to make it to the soup, because I'm a crouton fiend. I will steal croutons. Absolutely. I will eat all of them out of the salad. So we're drizzling the butter over. It's going to look like it's going to disappear. That's what croutons do. It soaks it up. So we give it a toss. You know, in the time of COVID, we're all washing our hands, so it's perfectly fine to use your hands if you need to. Just get everything coated as best you can. It's going to sop it up. You just want to get it all over the outside of these things, because we're toasting them. Hence the reason it's no big deal if we get stale bread. Okay? So now we're going to put them on here. Spread them out so they have some room. Alrighty. And we have a preheated 400-degree oven. We're going to put them inside there. Chef, what would you recommend for a time for these?
5 to 10 minutes.
And I got to toss them about halfway through.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will have beautiful on one side, burnt on the other.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's see if they're croutons. Well, they smell like croutons. And they look like croutons. And they're hot as Hades, so I'm not trying them right now. This was 400 degrees. I did 5 minutes and then stirred them, and then another 5, and they came out fine. Even if a couple are a little bit soft, they're sitting on a scorching hot pan right now, and they're going to cool a little bit, so they'll tighten up. All right? So that's Croutons by Steve.
Dude, trust me, make your own croutons. I'm telling you, you will never go back to those, like, hard as rock store-bought ones. Again, really, really, trust me. All right. So we are ready almost here. So at this point, after we've simmered for 10 minutes or so, after it came to a boil, we're going to remove all of our, like, the bay leaves. Here, let's get this. And our thyme, we're going to remove those out, set those aside. And we're going to get our cheese ready. And our garnish is ready. Okay, and we're going to get our crocks ready, okay? And we're going to assemble everything. But just a little note on crocks. Now, you probably have all seen the stoneware crocks that you get in restaurants. Well, I didn't have any here, but I did have some other ones. The most important thing that you want to remember is just make sure that it's oven safe, okay? So I know that this is oven safe. I've used this many times before. This is a great one. These glass ones are good too. You just want to make sure that they're tempered, make sure that they're, good for hot and cold. But just one little, stitch of advice here. Any type of glass, whether or not it's, heat resistant or heat tolerant, you will have that chance that it will still break. So I would urge not using glass, but hey, give it a shot if it's heat proof, okay? But use one of these, okay? All right, so let's assemble. A little more salt. Remember to taste first, right? Salt. Yummy cheese. Oh yeah, we're gonna load this up with cheese for real. Oh, okay. A little sprig on top there like that, and a little sprinkle of cheese for a garnish. Oh yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait to eat this. So what I did was I spooned some soup into our crock, and then I topped it with some of our yummy croutons. Oh yeah. And then I put a hefty amount of cheese right on top of there, and then I put it into the oven. Now, definitely do this, okay? Broil this, because we're building flavors through this whole recipe, right? As you probably could tell. And this is the final little burst of flavor. You want to melt that cheese. So we're going to put it in the oven on broil until the cheese is all gooey and melted and starting to brown on the top, just like this. So you would put it into the oven on broil for about 4 minutes, okay? Now, if you happen to have a handy dandy torch, this will do the same thing. You just torch it. I love my torch, love it. And then of course I just finished it off with a little sprig of thyme and an additional little sprinkle of Parmesan on top, and you are ready to go.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try it.
Are you going to try it?
I am going to try it.
Now, one thing I wanted to tell you about this is certainly a great make-ahead soup, right? So you can make it and it'll store in the fridge for up to a week refrigerated. And then what you want to do is only add the croutons and cheese right before you're going to serve it, okay? And this recipe makes about enough for 4 people, all right? Okay, good. I totally can tell whenever he's
swill.
Nice.
No, this is very good.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
It's dark and caramelized, but it's not like that pitch black.
Yeah.
Brown.
And there's a lot of different ways you can make French onion soup. This is more of a traditional way of making it, well, with the Instant Pot.
I'm no connoisseur, but like I've been to restaurants where they just use the really dark onion stuff, and then they put like a whole slice of bread and then some mozzarella cheese on top.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
No.
It's kind of soup I grew up on, but it's not this.
Right.
With
and you know what? That's what I was saying about the shortcuts. Like one of the shortcuts is to take just a little crouton round, like a big piece, melt the cheese on it separately, and then just set it on top. It's not the same, as far as taste goes. But yeah, this is more of a traditional way. Some people will add a little bit of cornstarch in there or a roux to like kind of make it more thick. But traditionally, it's a broth-based soup, and this is the way that I prefer it. So I hope you give it a try. Beauty pie. You didn't. You did.
Shh. I said shh. Shh.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that recipe today. It was so fun spending time in the kitchen with everybody. It was.
It was. Sometimes it's very tedious. This was totally enjoyable.
This was enjoyable.
It's an easy dish to make. I helped.
Yes.
If that tells you how easy it is, I helped.
He cut all the onions.
I did.
Yes, you did. And you made the croutons.
And I made the croutons. And I stirred.
He did stir?
To make sure caramelization was happening, but not too fast. Because you don't want to cook something for half an hour and have to throw it out.
Yeah.
So I hawked the onions while they were caramelizing. But all in all, I'd say productive.
Yes. Very good. And
these are so cozy.
Thank you
these are
so much
cozy.
for
Thank you.
the for the surprise today. It was fantastic.
This adds
Thank
to the
you.
coziness of hot soup, cozy sweatshirts, and a cold winter night.
Do I detect a date night tonight?
I think it might be date night tonight.
Oh my gosh, we have new outfits. We have food. Oh, we're just gonna get a movie and we're ready to go.
Good stuff. Well, I call that high note.
Me too.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe, hit the like button, hit the alert bell down below so you can get alerts when we go live and also when we have a new video coming out. You can follow us on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Twitter. Our handle's at SmokeySteveA. Our email and contact information is all listed below as well. Thank you again, and I will catch up with you tomorrow to talk about one Miss Foodie Beauty.
Yes.
Who has outdone herself, it seems, and has been a bit absent, but not... She's not gone away. She's just behind the scenes a little bit, I think. She's taking time off, allegedly, except from ranting lives. So,
well, we'll see.
We'll try to catch up tomorrow. We'll see what we can stitch together tomorrow.
Yes. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend, okay? Remember, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive. Ciao.